Welcome to the Inevitable Success Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Ashley Greer. I'm a former psychologist turned your go-to mindset expert for high-achieving entrepreneurs who want to take their income and success to the next level. This podcast is going to help you overcome anything that's been going on inside of you that's been holding you back from the wealth, income, and success, and freedom, and well-being, and happiness, and joy that you so desire. So let's jump right in. Hey. So today we're talking about the fact that your beliefs are the foundation of your success. You see, many people don't realize this, but your beliefs can literally shape your reality. Now, I'm not just talking about this in a woo-woo way that, our beliefs can bend time and things like that. I'm talking about this on a scientific, psychological level where your beliefs will literally shape the outcomes that you receive in your life and in your business. You see, your beliefs literally shape the way you view the world. What you believe about the world actually ends up creating a perspective that you see everything through. It's almost like a pair of sunglasses that you put on. Those sunglasses are made up of your beliefs, of your prior experiences, of, the stories you tell yourself, of what you make things mean. So those sunglasses that you put on, they're going to color your world in a certain way. They might color them all brown and make things look really hard and make things look really dumpy. Or they might color them in vivid, beautiful colors because they make you feel really positive and really excited and really passionate. You see, the color of the sunglasses impacts the way the world looks to the person who's looking through them. And your beliefs are those sunglasses, period. And so as you shift your beliefs, as you shift your perspective, what happens is the world looks differently. And this causes you to shift your approach, your actions, your choices, your decisions, and everything that you do. Everything you do is shifted by your perspective. So when you believe that your success is inevitable, your behaviors actually change. So everything shifts. Everything shifts in your business, in your life, in your relationships, in your body, in yourself, as you shift your beliefs. You are literally that powerful that you have the capacity to shift your beliefs and therefore shift everything in your life, your business, your relationships, your body, everything. You are that powerful. So when you embody persistence, when you embody resilience, when you keep getting up even after you fall down and you say, this is just learning, guess what happens? You keep getting up and you keep going. And the truth is, as long as you keep going, as long as you just don't stop, even if you slow down for a moment, you can't lose. You can't lose as long as you keep going. So when you believe that your success is inevitable, you no longer get kicked back, knocked down, just beat up by this feeling that comes up when we encounter the shit that inevitably hits the fan. Because let's be honest, shit's going to hit the fan, especially as an entrepreneur. We're going to have a launch that doesn't work. We're going to have a sales call that doesn't go according to plan. We're going to put up a social media post that flops, whatever it might be. And we might experience feelings like discouragement, fear, anxiety, sadness, grief, loss if something doesn't work out the way we wanted it to work. And those things are okay to experience. But when you feel and you know and you believe that your success is inevitable, what happens is that even when you feel those feelings, even if you slow down for a moment and you have a cry, because who hasn't had a cry about their business at one point or another, you don't feel as though it means something about you and your potential and your capacity for success. Instead, you keep moving forward, even with the fear. You see falling down as something that's natural. It's a natural part of the process. It's like a little kid learning to walk. We don't look at that little kid and go, oh, geez, what a failure at walking. Can you imagine? Of course not. We say, that kid's learning. It's getting their bumps and bruises, but that kid's learning how to walk. Just like you might be learning how to walk through a failed launch, through a sales call that didn't go according to plan, by saying something that you didn't mean to say on social media, whatever it might be. And this is what your mindset is ultimately all about. You see, mindset is the foundation of everything else. And it's something that I really wish that more entrepreneurs really focused on first before setting up, their funnels and their lead magnets and creating their first offer and trying to figure out all of this stuff, is getting their mindset so strong that they know heart, mind, body, and soul, down to their cells and every little piece of their whole being, this feeling of ultimate belief that what they're doing has so much value, and what they're providing to the world is so amazing. Because when they come from this perspective, everything they create is different. Everything you create is different when you come from this sense of belief, from this sense of inner fire that says, this is what I'm here for, that says, I am so in love with what I do and how I do it and how I show up. And I am so worthy of building wealth, of creating, these conscious connections with people, of transforming lives. And I am so excited to tell people about my offers. Guess what happens? The energy is contagious. And people want to throw their credit cards at you, because who doesn't want to buy into that kind of energy? That kind of energy that says, hell yes, this is the best thing ever. And I believe it in every single cell of my body. When you come from that kind of mindset as a foundation, the offer becomes easy to create. The messaging in your brand becomes easy to create. The social media posts become easy to write. The emails become easy to write. It becomes easy to make offers. It becomes easy to make sales. It becomes easy to get on sales calls, because you are filled with that joy and inspiration that just pours out of you like hot lava that is just contagious and warm and inviting. So your mindset is like the foundation of a house. Without a strong one, you're going to be building a structure on shaky ground, and that structure can crumble beneath you as you're building it. And that's what I see a lot of entrepreneurs do. They're building these structures based on, oh, I'm going to, create a website. Oh, I'm going to get my branding colors perfect. Oh, I'm going to, put up my Instagram channel, or, oh, I'm going to try this new strategy, or, oh, I'm going to go learn how to do Instagram ads, or, oh, I'm going to throw myself out now on TikTok, or I'm going to do this. And they just keep trying new and different things over and over and over, because what's going on is they doubt that their thing can be successful. And so when they encounter the inevitable bumps in the road, they see it as a sign of failure instead of as a sign of learning, instead of as a sign that they're getting their chops. You see, every freaking strategy can work. That's why everybody says, I've got the secret strategy that can help you. They all are right. They're all right. There are like a million secret strategies that will work, that'll take you to $1 million. The difference between those who make it work and those who don't make it work is persistence. I don't know who said this quote, but there's a quote that says, the difference between those who are successful and those who are not is the successful just get up one more time than those who are not successful. They just keep persisting. And here's the thing that, like I said, most entrepreneurs miss when they try new strategies every single time, and they keep, I'm going to opt in for this secret, and I'm going to do this strategy, and I'm going to try this marketing channel, and I'm going to do this thing, is that they're not persisting. They're not getting up one more time. Instead, they're continuing to throw spaghetti at the wall, hoping that the next strand will never, ever fall. And I mean, spaghetti inevitably always falls off the wall. You might not know me yet, but I have a funny sense of humor, so a goofy sense of humor. So, yeah. We don't want all that spaghetti on our floor. We don't want to throw that much spaghetti at the wall. Just throw spaghetti at the wall once. And then persist with that one piece of spaghetti. I know, weird analogy. The point I'm trying to make is that choose a strategy, persist with it, but work on the mindset first that says, I know that what I try and what I'm doing will work. And so my job is to tweak it. My job is to be a mad scientist and try different aspects of this and try different ways of approaching it instead of I constantly have to reinvent the wheel. You know, this is something I talk to my clients a lot about is A, create a simple, streamlined strategy and system that is easy to implement and that you don't have to mess around with a lot and constantly try new things, and you can just tweak it until it works really, really well and really, really easily. But secondly, it's all about momentum. It's, you know, entrepreneurs, we're like freight trains. You know, it's a lot of work to get us going. It's a lot of work to get the train up to speed. But once we get up to speed, once we get one of these systems, one of these strategies working on any level, and we continue to tweak it, what we're doing is we're basically like shoveling coal in the engine, and we're continuing to keep that momentum in our business. When we're constantly reinventing the wheel and starting a new strategy every single time, we're stopping and starting that train over and over and over again. And oh, darn it, that's a lot of work. Nobody wants to like stop and start and stop and start and stop and start. And this is why I see a lot of folks get really discouraged and they take a step back and they end up feeling like they want to quit because it feels really freaking hard because they're constantly starting and stopping. And they're not starting and stopping because they have the wrong strategy. They're starting and stopping because they're throwing buckets of spaghetti at the wall all the time. And they're constantly thinking that the strategy is the problem instead of the belief, the mindset, the energy that they're bringing to what it is that they're doing that says, I can figure this out. Everything is figure outable. You know, it reminds me of Edison. You know, Edison failed 1,000 times before he figured out how to make the light bulb. Now, imagine what would have happened had he quit the 10th time and thought, you know what, I'm not going to make a light bulb. I'm going to make a flashlight, or I guess that has a light bulb in it. I'm going to make a brighter candle. I'm going to make a new paint. And every time he quit after the 10th time when it didn't work out the way he wanted it to, he wouldn't be a name we all know, would he? That's persistence. That's the mindset that says my success is inevitable. As long as I have the courage, openness, and willingness to be the mad scientist and to keep tweaking and experimenting and trying and getting back up again. You know, without that structural foundation of your mindset first, no matter what strategy you try, it's going to end up feeling really challenging. So here's the thing, you know, it's something I talk a lot about is your nervous system and your body and your stress response and old traumas and old stories from the past and how this impacts our business. When you build your business from a place of anxiety and I have to figure this out, I should, instead of the hell yes, I get to do this energy, what happens is your business ends up carrying that energy forward. So this is a really big key take home for you. Whatever energy you build something from is the energy that it carries forward. So if you build your business from a place of angst, from a place of fear, from a place of anxiety, from all of these money blocks, from all of this feeling like money's really hard, or creating wealth is really hard, or sales are really hard, or business is going to be really hard, or any of these kinds of beliefs, what happens is that's what your business is going to be filled with. So if you're anxious and filled with self-doubt, then what you're building will be a business that constantly feels like you're doubting it. And this is what makes sales and creating more income much easier, is people read that energy. When you're going to doubt, or when you're in doubt, they're going to doubt you. Your energy is reflected in your sales, but your energy will reflect in their beliefs about you as well. Your beliefs about yourself become the beliefs that other people have about you, that other people have about your capacity, that other people have about your products or services, that other people have. And it's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily false. It's just a reflection of the energy you're putting out there. And so once again, how powerful are you to be able to shift that belief and shift those perceptions? Now, are there biases in the world? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's not what we're talking here. There are absolutely biases. There are absolutely privileges that certain people have for certain, aspects of their, their personality, where they were born, how they were born, what they look like, all of these kinds of things. But what we're talking about is that if given two of the exact same people and their beliefs are different about themselves, they will have radically different outcomes. So here's an example. You've got two people who have a failed launch in their business, right? They went out there, they did the Facebook ads, and they did a live event that was 3 days long, and it just didn't work out the way they wanted it to work. Now, one of those people sees this experience as a catastrophe. They see it as nobody believes in what I do doesn't have value, nobody's buying in the market, all of these kinds of beliefs, right? The second person sees it as an opportunity. They say, maybe the name wasn't right. Maybe the process that I walked them through didn't really lead like a breadcrumb trail to my offer in a no-brainer way that really helped them see the value of it. I wonder how I can tweak this and I can adjust it so that next time it's a home run. Those two people had the exact same experience. But what's going to happen next? For the first person, what's going to happen is they're going to want to throw out the entire event. They're going to want to maybe throw in the towel in their business. They're not going to want to make offers. They're going to think nobody's buying. They're going to have a hard time making sales. They're going to have a hard time showing up. They might want to hide. They might want to go into a Netflix and Ben & Jerry's coma for a week. I don't know. But something down that road might happen for person number one, entrepreneur number one. Entrepreneur number two, on the other hand, might take a break, might need a rest, might need to take a step back and go, whew, okay, catch their breath. But then they can step up and say, and now, what have I learned? How can I adjust this? What does my data say? What does my intuition say? And how can I improve this moving forward? And then what happens is person number one struggles with their income. They have inconsistent income months. They can't break through their income ceiling. They're not making sales. And person number two eventually finds their inevitable success because they had the courage, openness, and willingness to keep trying. And you can do this too. You can keep trying. You can keep moving forward. You can keep creating a new future just by getting back up again and shifting your beliefs and realizing that your mindset is the foundation of your success. Because part of embodying your greatness is also allowing yourself to fail, but not making it mean something about you that you don't want it to mean. You have that capacity. You have that strength. You have that ability. So when you come from this place of excitement and passion instead of anxiety and fear, what happens on a physiological level is your nervous system, when you come from this place of anxiety and fear, becomes dysregulated. And you actually literally become less creative, less intuitive, less able to find solutions to the conundrums you're going through, and you're less able to connect to other people. Literally, the part of your brain that connects to other people starts to shut down when you are coming from a place of anxiety and fear. And this is how it can impact your business so powerfully. So you can't find what you need to take the next steps in your business because your brain isn't working in its most efficient capacity. So those opportunities and those doorways to new ways of generating income, to new ways of creating what it is that you're here to create, end up feeling like they're all closed to you because physiologically, your brain has shut down. Energetically, you feel tight and constricted and closed down to trying new things and taking new risks because that comes with a trigger that says it's just not going to work out for me, because that ends up being the subconscious belief that perhaps you've installed because you're looking through that perspective, through those beliefs that say, well, if it didn't work out, it means I've done something wrong. Instead of it didn't work out, that's great data that I get to tweak, I get to work with. And that's a much more fun way to approach business and a much more effective way, let me tell you. And so this is why money mindset in particular is so important in business, because let's be honest, money is the core of your business. Are we here to make an impact? Yes. Are we here to create a legacy? Yes. Are we here to create transformational change, to really go out there and do something that matters? Absolutely. But we're also here to make great money, to be nourished and nurtured in the process, to have a life that we love, that fulfills us, that makes us happy, and to have freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want to do it. You know? And so when you have a funky relationship with money, that's going to end up holding you back because your beliefs about money will dictate the reality that you have with making money. So that's going to mean making more money, breaking through your income ceiling, creating consistent income months, building wealth are all going to feel really challenging because of beliefs like, oh, it's really hard to make good money, or no one is buying, or the economy is shit, or I'm no good with money, or, money's hard to come by. Money doesn't grow on trees. I don't know. That's my 1920s mobster impersonation of bad money beliefs. But all of this is going to impact your business in a major way that ends up causing you to have inconsistent income and feeling stuck. So those beliefs end up becoming subconscious seeds that will either impact your choices, behaviors, and habits in a positive way or in a negative way. And so that's up to you. That's up to you and what your willingness is to really invest in your own foundation, in the foundation that sprouts those positive seeds from your subconscious, that sprouts those positive beliefs, that sprouts that sense that my success is absolutely inevitable. I mean, think about it. If you believe that people can't afford to buy your stuff, you're going to hold back on making offers and you're going to feel guilty and angsty about making those offers. But if you believe instead that the perfect right person is just waiting for you to tell them about all of yourself, all of your stuff, all of your offers, all of your products, all of your services, and you're so excited about it because you know they're just so ready and they're waiting to buy it, you're going to feel on fire for your offer and putting it out there. If you believe that people are annoyed by you talking about your business or about you showing up on social media or about you emailing them too much or whatever, you're going to end up hiding. You're going to end up holding back. But if, on the other hand, you believe that people are going to be overjoyed by the opportunity to connect with you and they love to hear about your stuff, and gee, I don't really check my email that often. I missed those other 5 emails. I'm so glad you emailed again. What's going to happen is you're going to feel really great about what you do, and the energy is going to show up in it every step of the way. So I want you to take home today the knowing that your beliefs are epically powerful. Your mindset is epically powerful, and it creates the foundation of everything in your business, in your income, in your relationships, and in your relationship with yourself. Every single area. And also to take home that every strategy has the capacity to work. This is why simple strategies can often be better than complex ones, because then it's just about tweaking and adjusting based on your data and based on your intuition. The key is that mindset and belief that either backs it up or, unfortunately, can sabotage it. And this is exactly what I help my clients achieve. When we build businesses that they love, we build that rock solid money mindset that allows them to generate more income, more consistency, because they have that rock solid belief that says, I know my success is inevitable. And I know this for you too. And I can't wait to see it.